get a little drink something, man. We
Okay.
here at Cali Line of Vintage.
Cali Lana Vintage.
Yes, sir.
Shit is a
Yes.
different type of name, ain't it?
John Gotti, the John Gotti series,
Steven
Volume
Drink.
1. Yes, sir.
Steven that drink.
Just been chopping it up, man. We got into a little bit, prior to what you was doing before we got to this point. I want to talk about the tape, though. While we wait on our drinks.
Oh, actually, you know what? While you one of them drinks, man, let me bless us with another gift.
Real John Gotti.
Champagne cigars. Actually got this cigar cutter too.
Okay. And while you doing that, I'll just go ahead and talk about it, man. The decisions for the songs, you really brought the hitters. Like, you didn't spare no bounds at all, from whether it was your Nia Nicole's and getting the girls, whether it was your Fetty P's, your Juice, going to the producer route and getting your Slim Hoods involved. I know this project took a lot of work, and people don't realize, like, you have to be very judicial about the songs and the placements. And we know a lot of people, we know a lot of songs, and everybody not gonna be happy. But it ain't about making everybody happy. It's about making the best project. So let me just ask you, or first let me congratulate you, because just to get through all that, I'm sure was pressure, time consuming. And now that you're here at this point, just take me to the decision of why a person that doesn't rap, sing, play an instrument. You may play an instrument or two, but doesn't do any of that, decides to make a project, bro. Like, who does that?
Here you go, light up, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Oh man, to be honest with you, like I said, being in this music shit, some part of you have to be a fan to some form of fashion. And sometimes, as you get deeper into it, that fan shit can turn into like actually doing business with these folks for real, for real. I tell everybody I do business with, especially when I was doing the street promotion shit, bruh. If I'm putting your shit out there, I'm a fan of your music, so it's easy for me to promote your shit. But man, I'm up for to be a Charlotte nigga like I am, and know all these Charlotte artists. See, I know all these artists personally. I fuck with these artists personally. You know what I mean? That's the part that really made it hit. Everybody that's the lead artist on these songs, I fuck with personally.
Where does it do artists not understand, or maybe people don't understand that it has to be personal to the extent of, I need to know you because I gotta trust and believe what you're gonna deliver for me, but it is business too. I know you personally, but we can do good business. What you think about that? Is that that's the thing? Because a lot of artists, I'm sure, ain't happy if they maybe didn't make it, and I'm sure a lot of artists that you wanted to make it might not have came through the way you thought.
Man, this album was like a album mixtape, mix bum, al tape, whatever you want to call it.
Mix bum album.
Right,
That's hard.
This shit was like a combination between I'm saluting the ones that really put in that work, and I'm grabbing certain shit, certain songs, certain artists that folks might not even know about, but it's gas. Yeah. This whole project is gas. Nothing short of, nothing. I picked all bangers for real, and some of them are known bangers, some of them are not known bangers, It was, some, I got my little DMs here and there, like, hey, bro, can I get on it, or this and the third. I had to tell people, like, unfortunately, this isn't one of the type of projects where you gotta pay to get on. Like, no, this is like, put it like this: people in the city know that I got that sound for music. You know what I mean? So it's just like you got that sound for music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if I chose to be on my tape, it's a triple salute, knowing that you one of them ones that got good music. And on top of that, honestly, once I put it out there, it's really like some like promo for the artists that might not be as known, or you might not know about their song. Because when I got this on Spin Rilla and that Piff for my mixtapes, and people looking at it and people listening to it, like, hold on, who is that? They might start going to your IG, your YouTube, or whatever to figure out who you are, what you got going on.
So you spent time in the studio too. Like, I saw you really putting that groundwork in. Shout out to Slim Hood.
Shout out
you
my
spent
dog,
some time
Slim
at
Hood,
Platinum Plus.
You already know.
But talk about that part of it, and maybe some things you might have learned as a person on the outside that had to take the artist route in a way, because you wanted them to sound a certain way. You had to get drops. You had to get things that are artists now. Goddy the artist in a way had to become. So talk about that.
It was definitely a different experience, man. I definitely felt like an actual, like, I mean, obviously not an actual artist, but this was the closest I ever got to being an artist my damn self. The studio vibe was different it's funny when I first got to the studio. I went on my birthday with my cousin and my dog Croot, my videographer shot by Croot, my boy.
Shout out.
When I first got there, it's like I feel like I came kind of unprepared because I ain't really necessarily know. Like, I ain't come like with shit written down like I feel like I should have. I just didn't really have like that real artist. Like I feel like a real
studio
artist.
time.
Like, real artists when they come in the studio, they come in to create. They ain't coming to play around, whatever. Like it was kind of like a slow get up at first. But Slim being as good as he is and who he is, he really helped me put that shit together for real. Cause Slim don't made projects like this before. So Slim, you know what I'm saying, Slim don't help people make projects like this before. You know, I think like Mario Mike man back in the day and shit like that. So like, shout out Mike man. So you know, it was definitely a different experience. But I definitely once I got in that seat and saw what it was like. I said, okay, let me, you know, I knew it was gonna take a couple sessions, took about 3 or 4 sessions. So I finally was all the way satisfied with it. But it was definitely a different experience, and I feel like, you know, it's prepping me up for when I got to bring my artists in there.
Facts.
You know, we're gonna go crazy.
I know this was a thing you talked about in the past and wanting to do this and wanting to put this out, but how much of this or how much of creating Racketeer Records went into doing this? Was it this the motivation for that? Was that more motivation to do this? Were the two maybe not even correlated and you just knew you were going to do this? And because I think that also now, yes, John Gotti talked about he wanted to put a project out a year ago, but under what? With who? How? Why? Now,
you asking a good question,
John Gotti puts an album out and there's something behind it. Now, what does these RRs mean? What is coming next? Why is it just these artists? Like, is any of these artists with John Gotti? Those are the questions I now look at and want to know which maybe the correlation in the two, if at all.
You asked some good questions, my boy. I got good answers for you. So I originally, as you know, was planning on launching this tape early last year. Rest in peace to my brother Richard Cash. He passed away unfortunately sometime early last year, and it kind of slowed down the process. You know, I kind of stopped what I was going to do with the project and kind of put it on the shelf. But it came back around towards the end of the year last year, which at the same time the label idea came around too. So it was like, sorry, give me a second. Good. That's my first time doing it.
We need that drink, bartender.
Yeah, definitely need that drink. But yeah, it's my first time doing an interview, y'all. So yeah. What I about to say though, the end of the year, the idea came back around. Now the same time I was starting the label, so I said, hold on. Let me drop this tape as the first project of the label. I feel like it was just gonna go hand in hand like that. I see, you know what I'm saying. I kind of felt guilty not having dropped it by that time, but then I was like, hold on, if I'm starting a label, I can just make this the first project of the tape, whether I have artists or not. This is gonna be the first thing that start off. People go back and look at Racketeer Records.
This is gonna be a part of it. Yeah.
Look and see, bro had that tape series coming out. This is volume 1. You know what I mean? So I said, let me wait until I get this double R established. I got it established, and now I'm going hard with this Racketeer Records, this John Gotti series, volume 1. This is the first project underneath it. Next project is gonna be something from an artist, for sure.
Do you have a favorite song on this project? Maybe
a favorite song on this project.
I know there's so many from, you know, you got the great Carolina artists from your J Mike, Shashi from the Foes. I mean, you really just touch different spectrums, and that question I want to ask, and do I need to listen to this project 1 through, or was it 17, I think?
It's 15 tracks.
Do I need to go 1 through 15, or do I need, or how do you want us to enjoy this project?
Well, to answer your question, do I have a favorite track? I actually do. I got 2. I got Trenches by Hot Boy Shaq.
Hot Boy.
Dash Cash Alley. Shout out to SEE. Social Currency. And also Pop My Shit with my boy Juice. That's actually my son's favorite damn song. I got a 2-year-old son. He about to be 3. Play that song for me. That shit stuck in his head.
Remix with Tootsie.
Tootsie on that motherfucker too. Shout out Tootsie. Shout out to SCMG. But Pop My Shit and Trenches definitely probably my favorite 2 spins on that track. Honorable mention, my boy So GB, that Bobby Brown. Shout out to Eastside. Juice from the Eastside too, but shout out to Eastside and Shaq. You know what I'm saying? I got some real Eastside steppers on that tape. That's what it is for Eastside steppers on that tape. Definitely. So shout out J Mike, shout out Vert.
For sure. John Gotti, the John Gotti series, Volume 1. Definitely want to be tuned in on June the 17th. But I want to ask you, what would you say to the folks that, you know, couldn't quite be a part of this tape? You know, maybe they'll be a part of the next tape. But the ones that you just know, no hard feelings or anything,
Right.
but just so they kind of understand, what it means to you and what this means to you, because you ain't doing, like I said, you invested all the way around as if you are an artist, and I know you've invested in them. And I think after we get our drinks, I want to talk about what this street promo really mean and what promotion is and the state of the Charlotte culture altogether. But just talk to me what you would say to them, if anything.
For sure, I'll definitely But first off, for the artists that didn't make it, this tape is kind of like a motivational type of project production. A lot of people came to me like, "Oh, bro, I'm mad you ain't had me on there." I'm gonna be honest with you. I got the ones on that tape that's supposed to be on that tape.
Fact.
If I'm being honest, a
Fact.
lot of folks been putting in work out here. Some folks don't put in that as much work. You put that work in, you really can't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? It's some songs on. It's literally every song on that project. Between the artist himself, the person, whoever, they don't put in a lot of work, a lot of energy, a lot of effort out here in the city.
Yeah.
So I had to pay homage to them by including their track on my tape. I got cats like J Mike. That
Right.
Confess. That Confess was me and J Mike was going crazy with that Confess last
Every
year.
club,
Every
everywhere.
club, every DJ, every promoter. We had that thing going crazy every time. Was no misses whatsoever. I got certain cats on there who like Juice. Juice was going crazy with that Pop My Shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I got my dog Money Only Mo on that motherfucker. You know what I'm
You
saying?
still hustling,
Mo
yeah.
go crazy every fucking day, every night,
Sure.
every DJ is playing that nigga shit in the club every single time. No miss.
So this tape really, it's Charlotte through and through. From
It's
what
all-
I'm hearing, I know it's a lot. It's Carolina, but it's Charlotte through and through.
Yeah, this is the Volume 1 is a salute to Charlotte. If you see the cover of the tape, you see me with the Hornets hat on. This is a Charlotte tape. This is for the city of Charlotte, North Carolina. I got a lot of folks I fuck with outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. I got some folks in the Carolinas, Greensboro, South Carolina. I'm sorry, the rest of North Carolina and South
for
Carolina.
sure, for sure.
So the Volume 2, I'm gonna pay homage to my folks in the Carolinas that's outside of Charlotte.
Nice.
I got a lot of folks out there in Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 252.
2-5.
Folks over in the 828, all kind of folks, what I'm saying, hit me up, be like, bro, whatever, you know what I mean? And South Carolina too. It's a lot of motion in South Carolina. It's
Yeah.
a lot of motion in South Carolina right now. So, the next project, we gonna make that shit more of a Carolina thing. And then by Volume 3, we gonna start being on some originals.
I appreciate the cigar, but
Yeah.
I think our drinks is ready. Let's go check out another part of the spot. And like I said,
Yeah, for sure.
we got some things we just need to talk about. You said the name of the word is promotion.
So,
Promotion.
promotion. Street promote.